friends, I have another Silver Sneakers yoga stretch class for you today, or at least in the style of Silver Sneakers yoga stretch. I hope you're well. I hope you're staying active. By request, I'm doing a class today that's focused on leg strength and core strength for my cousin Lori. And keep in mind that if you don't have a chair, same as Silver Sneakers chair, look for one that's sturdy. It's not going to slide out from under you. You can use it for balance and support. Make sure that the area around your chair is free of tripping hazards. And always remember that this is supposed to feel good. My goal for you is at the end of the class, you're really glad you did the class with me. You feel better than you did at the beginning. So don't do anything that hurts. Don't do anything that feels unsafe to you. And let's get started. So we're going to start sitting up nice and tall in the front half of our chair. We're going to lift our tailbone, lean forward just a little bit, lift the hips, and slide them straight back. So you're sitting up against the chair back. Back is nicely aligned. And I invite you to close your eyes and just take some deep breaths. Relax the muscles in your abdomen and draw the air deep into the lungs. And feel your belly rise and fall with the breath. Nice long deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, sit up away from the chair back and walk your hips forward on the chair. Stopping with your knees right over your feet, about hip width apart. Your arms hang to the side. I'm going to go ahead and lift the shoulders up as we inhale. And as we exhale, let the shoulders drop down away from the ears. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. You can keep your eyes closed if you like. And focus on your own breathing, moving with the rhythm of your breath. Go ahead and draw the shoulders up with the next breath. And as you exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. And then let them roll forward and up. And back and down. Once more, let's roll them forward and up, and back and down. And the next time you inhale, let's go in the opposite direction. Inhale, back and up, and then exhale, forward and down. Very good. Spin the elbows. And as we inhale, lift the elbows up, and as we exhale, press the elbows down gently against the rib cage. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, draw the shoulders, elbows up. And as you exhale, let the elbows roll back and down. And then let them roll forward and up. If you like, lift the chest as the elbows go back, and then round the back forward. And start to feel that nice stretching and warm up into your upper back. And let's go the other way. Roll the elbows forward, and then lift the chest. Lift the tailbone as the elbows go back. And start feeling the stretch down in the lower back as you lift that tailbone and round the tailbone under. Once more. Let's lift the chest and bring the arms out to the side. Thumbs are up. And then turn the thumbs thumbs down. Turn the thumbs up. And turn the thumbs down. Turn the thumbs up. And then round your back. Give yourself a hug. Tuck your chin down towards your chest. And then sit up nice and tall. Lift your tailbone. And slide your hands down behind your right knee. And rotate your right ankle. And rotate it in the opposite direction. Point and flex the foot. And then straighten the leg. And draw the knee up to the chest. If it feels good, drop your forehead down. Let's do that again. Lengthen the leg. And then pull the knee up towards the chest. Drop the forehead down. Lengthen the leg. Let's go ahead and point and flex the foot in that position. And then rotate the ankle. And rotate the ankle in the opposite direction. We're going to lower that heel down to the ground. You might find yourself wanting to slide forward on the chair a little bit. And sit up nice and tall. Lift your tailbone, draw your shoulder blades back. And bring your chest forward until you feel a stretch starting down the back of your hamstring. And then sit up. And lean back until your shoulders just touch the chair. Feel your belly pull in. And use those belly muscles to pull yourself forward into that hamstring stretch. And lean back. Tightening the belly. Not using your head and neck to whip you forward. And let's do that one more time. Sitting up, let's take our left ankle over the right ankle and turn towards our right. Grab the back of the chair with the right hand and look over the right shoulder. Bring the arms up and over. Turn and look over the left shoulder. Up and over, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's bring the right hand up and over by itself. Uncross the ankles, bend the knees, and take that deep breath up. And bring your hands back behind the left knee and rotate the left ankle. And then rotate the ankle in the opposite direction. Point and flex your foot. And then straighten your leg. And draw your knee up towards the chest, letting the forehead drop down. And lengthen the leg. And drop the forehead down. Lengthen the leg. Let's hold there and rotate that left ankle. And rotate it in the opposite direction. Point and flex. And then bring that heel to the floor. Lift your tailbone, draw your shoulder blades towards each other, and hinge forward from the hips. Sit up and lean back, supporting your spine with your core muscles. And forward and back. And once more. All of this should feel good. We don't want to stretch to the point of pain. Just trying to get everything moving. Take your right ankle, cross over the left, turn, look over your left shoulder, and then bring your hands up and over. And let's look to the right, up and over, to the left. Once more. And we'll take our left hand up and over. And uncross the ankles, bend the knees, take a deep breath up. And slide those hands down to heart center. Be gentle with your wrists as you press your fingertips together, separating the palms. And then bring your palms together and separate the fingertips. Interlace your fingers, give yourself a little hand massage. Now take a look at your hands and note which finger is on top. All right? Because then I want you to open your arms, starting with the palms, and then open the arms wide. Give yourself a hug around your back. Lift the elbows up and over. And then take a deep breath up. Palms come together and down to heart center. This time I want you to interlace your fingers with the opposite finger on top. Doesn't that feel strange? We're such creatures of habit that if I say interlace your fingers, you're always going to do it the same way. And it feels weird when you do it the opposite way. Round the back, tuck the chin to the chest. And then lift the elbows up and over. Nice nice long back. Take your arms back to your sides and relax your shoulders. Let's walk our feet apart, as wide as they'll go. Feeling a bit of a stretch on the inner thighs. Pressing out with the hands. Turn your chest to the right and lean towards that right knee. And then bring your chest along the center and around and back. I love this stretch. I feel it in different places depending on what I did the day before. I can feel it in my inner thighs. I can feel it in my lower back. I can feel it in the obliques, sometimes even in the shoulders. But it all feels good. And that's what we want when we're stretching. It should be a good feeling. Let's come around to the left, hold there for a moment, and then come in the opposite direction. Rounding back, and around. And one more time, let's come to the front, and let's press the knees apart. We're going to drop the left shoulder down, look over the right shoulder. And drop the right shoulder down and over the left shoulder. Look down at the floor, tuck your chin to your chest. And then lift your face, roll your eyes up towards the ceiling. Push your shoulders up against your ears. And then drop the shoulders down, tilt your head to the right, roll it across the center of the left. And back the other way. Very good. Again, if it feels good. And walk your feet back towards each other. Take a deep breath in, and exhale down. Relax your shoulders. We've done our warm-up. We've moved every part of our body. So let's go ahead and reach for our water bottle. Have a sip of water. And we're going to start doing some work for our lower body, in particular, abdominals as well. So we're sitting still in the front half of our chair, near the edge. Our feet are right underneath our knees. And I want you to just pull the feet back just a little bit. And sit up nice and tall, lift your tailbone, and let your arms hang to your sides. Draw your shoulder blades back towards each other. And then as we inhale, we're going to bring our hands up in front. And exhale, we're going to let the hands drift back to our sides. Lift the hands up. And let the hands come back to the sides. If it feels all right, let the hands go back just a little bit. Feel a bit of a stretch in the front of the shoulders and chest. And then bring the hands up again. Inhale. And exhale. Take a long breath. Inhale. Once more, big breath in. This time as we exhale, lean back until your shoulders touch the chair. And then as you bring arms forward, lean forward. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. The next time we come forward, we're going to shift our weight towards our feet. We're going to inhale, bring our weight to our feet, and up to our feet. Bring the hands down to about shoulder height. Bend the knees, push the hips back. Lower the hips to the chair. Lean back. And lean forward. Shift your weight to your feet. Use your leg muscles to power yourself up. Bring your hands back to shoulder height. Soften the knees, push back with the hips. And let's do that one more time. If you can, this time, as you bring your weight onto your feet, can you come up onto your toes for balance? If the answer is no, that's fine, you don't have to do it. Drop the heels, lower the hands, and come down about halfway and hold. And then pull the hips forward, squeeze your gluteus maximus muscles, your buns. Feel the stretch in hip flexors. And then bring the hands out to shoulder height. Soften the knees, push the hips back, and come back to your chair. You're going to do that again. Lean back. Lean forward. Power yourself onto your feet. Come onto your feet, onto the toes if you can. Balance. And drop the heels. Hands about shoulder height. Push the hips back and come back to your chair. Good. So So now we're going to take our right leg, we're going to step to the right, and turn sideways until our left knee is pointing down. And let's just start with a nice stretch to the hip flexors, reaching back with that left hip, a left leg. Reach forward and turn over your shoulder. And bring your arm up and to the side and down. Relax your knee, roll the top of your foot under and gently lean back till you feel the stretch in your quadricep. I'm going to go back and forth between the two. I'm going to lean forward, reaching back with the heel, stretching the hip flexor. And then we're going to roll the foot under, lean back gently, and stretch the quadricep. We're not going to hold the stretches for a long time. Just going to move from one stretch to the next. And once more, leaning forward, reaching back with the heel, stretching hip flexors, and then coming under and stretching the quadricep. So our knee is pointing down. We're going to take our left foot and turn the toes under. We're going to do some lunges from this position. So you can put your right hand on the back of the chair if you like. And we're going to be standing up and sitting down from this position. Great work for the legs. If you have a bad knee, be real careful with this. If it hurts, you don't have to do it, all right? So the tendency is going to be to shift your weight forward and push off that front leg. Now what I want you to try to do is imagine there's a rope at the top of your head and you're going to go straight up. So as you push down with both legs, you're going to power yourself up, and then you're going to lower yourself back to your chair. Slowly, 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 slowly. Pretend that there's not a chair there, and you have to be really careful going down. So push up. If you can, head goes straight towards the ceiling, and then lower down. If you need to use a hand to give yourself a little boost on the front of the chair, you can do that. But the goal is for our legs to be strong enough to lift our body weight. Up. And down. You feel that back leg, the quadricep, pushing up. And then coming back down again. Good. Turn your chest to the front. Your knees are going to be wide this time. Toes pointing out. Tailbone lifted. Reach forward and pretend there's a bar there. And you're going to grab hold of that bar with your palms up. You bring your weight to your feet. And you're going to push your hips forward. Pull that bar back. Squeeze the buns. And then push the hips back. And come down. Good. So we're using the inner thighs a little bit here. As we come up, squeeze those inner thighs together, push the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, and come on back down again. Squeeze, pull, and press, and down. Let's come on up. From here, drop the hands down, soften the knees. And soften your knees, bring your hands out about shoulder height and hold. Belly's pulled in nice and firmly, protecting your lower back. Drop the hands down, big breath up. And exhale down. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Once more, big breath up. And let's just come back to the chair. Pushing your hips back, make sure the chair is where you left it. And now we're going to turn towards your left. Dropping the right knee down, reach back with that right leg. Bring the stretch of the hip flexors. And then rolling the top of the foot under and stretching the quadriceps. Right arm, look over the right shoulder. Arm comes alongside the body and up. side and down. Relax your knee. And then roll the toes under. So you can push up off of that right leg. You can put your hand on the back of the chair. And again, we're going to try to bring that crown of the head straight up. And then lower the hips back to the chair. Pushing up with both legs, going straight up if you can, rather than shifting all your weight onto the forward leg. This is also a great exercise to practice for carrying, let's say carrying a big load of groceries home. That instead of leaning forward and risking your lower back, if you lunge, reach down, pick up those heavy objects, and then use the big strong muscles in your legs to do the lifting. Much healthier way to lift things than leaning forward, rounding your back, and trying to ask your lower back to do all the work. Let's do that one more time. Come on up. And lower yourself to the chair. And turn to the front. Let's grab another sip of water while we can. Now I'll ask you to get up onto your feet and come around behind your chair. I'm going to turn my chair sideways to you so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So we're standing behind our chair, close enough that our fingertips can touch the chair back, but far enough away that we can get our knees up without banging them into the chair. So we're going to start with our right knee. I'd like you to lift up your right knee and then reach back with the right toes and lower that heel to the floor. You get a nice stretch down through the right calf, the Achilles tendon. We're going to reach up with our left hand, and then you're going to bring your knee to your elbow, elbow to knee, and reach back again. Elbow to knee, knee to elbow, and reach back. Again. And once more. And then bring your fingertips down to the chair back and move your palm heels forward so they're on the chair back. Protect your wrists. And then imagine someone's pulling you by the pant loops and pulling your hips back. You should get a nice stretch down the back of your left leg. If it feels good, you can soften your elbows and bring the chest down a little bit more. Deepen that stretch. And then shift your hips forward. Bend your left knee and reach up your left hand. Grab the back of the chair, push the hips back. Bend the front knee, push the hips forward, lift. And let's do that one more time. Pull the hips back. And bend the front knee, push the hips forward. Hands are going to come back onto the back of the chair. You can adjust your right foot in just a little bit, and then step back with the left foot and push the hips away from the chair. You may need to walk a little bit farther. None of this should hurt. It should be a nice stretch through your lower back. And if you lift that tailbone, you're going to need a nicer stretch down the backs of your legs. Let's soften the knees and push the hips back a little bit. You'll feel a stretch more in your shoulders and back. And as you lift the hips, press back with the legs, the stretch will go into your hamstrings a bit deeper. Soften the knees. And lift the hips. Lift the tailbone. We're going to soften the knees. We're going to take our right foot back and lift it up. Make sure you got a nice sturdy chair. It's not going to slide out from underneath you. And then slide that right foot forward towards your chair. And take the toes of your left foot and turn them out. And then notice how my knee is right over my ankle. I'm going to push the body up, keeping the knee right over the ankle. And when you're ready, let go of your chair and bring your hands to heart center. Can you keep your right knee right where it is and turn your chest and shoulders towards the front? And then turn your chest and shoulders back to the right. How does that feel in your hips? Focus on that right knee. Keep it right over the ankle as you turn towards the front. And then turn back to the right. Once more, turning towards the front. We're going to reach forward with both hands and then open the arms wide. And turn, look out over your right hand. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Belly's pulled in nice and firm to protect the spine. And go ahead and bring your hands back to heart center. Place them onto the back of the chair and shift your weight forward onto the right foot. And let's do a little bit of work for our gluteus maximus. We're going to lift that leg and lower it. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Now flex the ankle. Do that again. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift. Try not to lean forward when you do this. Make the gluteus maximus do the work. And lift. Now tap the toe down. We're going to do some hamstring curls. Notice where my left knee is as I bend the knee. If you have tight hip flexors and weak gluteus maximus, you can have a tendency, when I tell you to bend your knee, to bring the knee forward. But I want you to try to avoid that. So lift the chest, bend the knee, engage those hamstring muscles while still getting a nice stretch through your hip flexors. 2 more. And last time. Go ahead and bring your feet together, heels in, toes out. Come up on your toes for balance. Let go of the chair if you can. And drop the heels. Up in balance. And drop the heels. Again, up in balance. And drop the heels. Once more. Very good. Let's do the other side. I'm going to turn my chair around the other way. You don't have to, as long as you've got space behind you. I don't have a lot of space here. So once again, we're close enough to the chair that our fingertips can touch the chair, but far enough away that our knees won't hit the chair. So now we're going to pick up our left knee, reach back with the left toe, and press down to the left heel. Reach up with the right hand, and we're going to go elbow to knee, knee to elbow, and back. Again. Do that crunch for the abdominals. And once more, up and crunch. And back. Fingertips come onto the chair back. We move them forward with the palm heels on the chair and straighten the right leg. Pull the hips back, lift the tailbone, get that nice stretch down to the hamstrings. If it feels good, you can bend the elbows, bring your chest down, but try to keep your back flat rather than rounding it forward. Bend the front knee and reach up. Strong hand, left hand up, right hand up, and right hand back. No, I was right the first time. Dag nabbit. Go with your instincts. Bend the knee, reach up with the left hand. Feeling the stretch of the hip flexors. And back. Once more. And grab the back of the chair. Step back with your right foot. And let's go in that modified downward dog. Head is down between the arms, tailbone is lifted, back is flat. And soften your knees, lower your hips down. And then straighten the legs, push the hips back. Once more, we're going to bend those knees. We're going to reach back with the left foot, lift it up. And then slide the foot forward towards the chair. Take the toes of the right leg out about 45 degrees. And then push away from the chair back. And bring your hands to heart center. You're going to turn your chest towards me. And then turn it back. Again. Turn your chest to your right, I should say. Because you may still be behind your chair, facing your computer. I'm used to having you in the room with me. This is a little different. Reach forward and then open the arms. And then turn, look out over your left hand. Grab the chair back and shift your weight forward onto your left leg. And then lower that left foot down, right foot down. And lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Let's flex the ankle, do it again. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Two more. And then tap down with the toe. We'll do our hamstring curls. We're going to bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, and bend and straighten. Let's turn the toes in, heels out. Open the toes for balance. And you let go of the chair and hold the balance. And then drop the heels. Up and balance, gripping down into the floor with your toes. And drop the heels. Again. And we're going to do one more stretch before we sit down. This time I'm going to turn my back to you so you can see what we're doing. We're going to start with the right hand on top of the left hand. We're going to reach down and grab the back of the chair. And I'm going to walk away from the chair back. Let our head come down between the arms. Soften the knees just a little bit. And then push your hips to the right and turn so your left ear is resting on your left shoulder. This should feel really good. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And then roll back, up on the toes, and tiptoe back to your chair. Drop your heels, big breath up. This time, left hand is on top. Grab the back of the chair and walk away from it again. Head goes down between the arms. And this time our right knee bends, our hips push left. And we rest our right ear on our right arm. And roll back, up on the toes, and tiptoe back to the chair. Drop your heels, take a deep breath up, and exhale down. Come around to the front of your chair and have a seat. So how do you feel? Do you feel better now than you did at the beginning of class? I hope so. Go ahead and have a sip of water, and we'll finish with a little bit more stretching. We've done a lot of standing hamstring stretches, so I'm not going to do a lot of seated hamstring stretches. I'm just going to invite you to go ahead and work that right ankle in a circle and rotate in the other direction. Point and flex your foot. Straighten your leg, bend and flex the foot. Make a fist with your toes and stretch them wide. And then let the lower half of the leg circle. And circling the other direction. Using your hands, move your knee in a circle. And circle the other way. Draw the knee up and take the ankle and cross it over the knee. We're going to stretch our piriformis muscle. Remember to lift your tailbone, draw your shoulder blades back, and then just hinge forward a little bit from the hips until you feel that stretch in your right hip. Take some deep, relaxed breaths while we hold the stretch. Now, your supporting leg would be your left leg. Take your left foot and walk it out a little bit to the left. See how that changes the stretch. Walk the foot back in and let the knee cross all the way over. Pull the belly in, lift the crown of the head up. Reach across the lap with the left hand, grab the back of the chair with the right hand, and look over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Facing front, uncross the knees. Take a deep breath up and let your hands come behind the left knee, and let's repeat down the left side. Rotate the left ankle and rotate it the other way. Point and flex the foot. Straighten the leg and draw the knee up. Straighten the leg, point and flex the foot, and rotate the ankle. And make a fist with your toes and stretch them wide. And then let the lower half of the leg circle. And circle the other way. Move the knee in a circle. And circle it the other way. Draw the knee up, cross ankle over knee. Remember, if ankle over knee is painful for you, you can try crossing it down here, ankle over ankle, and make sure that knee is out the outside so you get that stretch in the piriformis. Lift the tailbone and bring the chest forward. So we'll hold the stretch, but we will not hold our breath. We'll keep taking deep breaths. The gym has been closed for 3 weeks now. I hope you're finding ways to keep yourself moving, keep yourself happy, and keep yourself healthy. Let's take that supporting leg and move it out to the side a little bit and feel the stretch a little differently in that left hip. And walk the feet back, foot back in. Cross knee over knee, sit up nice and tall. Reach across the lap and look over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Facing front, go ahead and grab your left knee, swing it to the left. Reach back with your right leg, back into our lunge. Just slide back on your chair a little bit so that your thigh is supported on the chair. You get that nice stretch here in the hip flexor. Let's take our right hand to the side and bring the left hand down the inside of the knee if this feels good. I love the stretch. Take a deep breath in and let it out. And then bring the arm back down. Bend your elbow and reach forward and up and to the side and down. Relax your knee, your right knee, let the top of the foot come towards the floor, and gently lean back and feel the stretch in the quadricep. Please be respectful of your knees. If this is painful to you, you can adjust it or you can choose not to do it at all. Shift your weight to your left hip so you can safely open and turn. Sliding back so the chair is supporting your thigh. Reach back with your left leg. Let your left arm come out to the side. Right arm down. Bend the elbow, reach forward. And up. And to the side and down. Relax your knee, roll the shoelaces under, gently lean back. Shoelaces, top of your foot, whatever. Old habits. And turn to the front. You can interlace your fingers, rest your elbows on your knees, and let your chest drop down. Shoulder blades draw together. And let your right arm just drop from the shoulder and circle. Like you're drawing circles in the sand with your hand. And let's let circle in the opposite direction. Just boneless from the shoulder. And we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to follow that right hand up. And then we're going to sweep it down and across. Look over left shoulder. Give yourself a little half a hug. And let's do that again. Inhale up. And exhale down and across. Once more. And down and across. We're going to hold that little half a hug. Push off that left knee. Come on up. And gently support our right elbow with our left hand while we rotate the wrist. And rotate in the opposite direction. And make a fist. Stretch the fingers wide. Make a fist. And stretch the fingers wide. Taking the arm out to the front, show me the palm. And flip the palm under. Turn the palm up, bend the elbow, gently press up into a tricep stretch. And then reach the ceiling. Reach for the walls. Give yourself a hug. Elbows come up and over. And bring your knees down on your elbows down onto your knees and let the left arm hang and circle. And circle the other way. Left arm is going to take a deep sweep to the side, big breath in. And exhale, give yourself a little half a hug. Inhale, up. And exhale, across. Inhale, up. And bring the arm across, half a hug, hold there, push up. And supporting your left elbow with your right hand, rotate your left wrist. And rotate the other way. Make a fist and stretch the fingers. Hand out to the front. Bend the elbow, press the elbow up. And reach for the ceiling. Reach for the walls. Give yourself a hug. Lift your elbows up and over. And grab the bottom of your chair, lean forward, lift your tailbone, and slide your hips straight back. And sit up nice and tall against the chair back. Hands on your lap. Let your head tilt to the right. Turn your face, look down at your right shoulder. Drop your chin forward. And look straight ahead. Tilt your head to the left. Turn your face, look down your shoulder. Drop your chin forward. And gaze down at your lap or close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And let it out. Take a deep breath in. now I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath in, and as we let it out, I want you to hum. Nice long hum, and as soon as you run out of air, take another deep breath in and hum again. You're going to do that about 3 or 4 breaths worth. So take a deep breath in. Once more. Once more, big breath in, big sigh out. And that's our class for today. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're keeping yourself healthy and happy. Give me some comments in the comment section, and I will try to put in your favorite exercises, your favorite classes. Love you all. Bye-bye.